Jason Gray paved the way, changed the rate, released the pain. Least Hussein getting paid, trend setting, brighter days, doper rap, tighter sets, high in Delhi, I'm a fighter jet. Jeremy.
Fighter jet.
What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Chef. It's your man Muffins Martinez. We had dropped our Monday content for y'all. We talked everything WWE, NXT. We talked some MLW, Kings of Coliseum. Something had happened where we were like, you know what? There's nobody that talks MLW like we talk MLW. So, and plus, listen, I'm a big Azteca Underground guy. El Jefe is one of my favorites that ever been in MLW. So when we seen the video of De La Renta and El Jefe sitting in the back, they get the little thumb drive, right? They put it in. They're seeing something they're scared about. Her baby got grabbed up real quick. The husband had to take the place of the kid because we're not going to steal your baby. We're going to take your man. So I know you had a name, and I'll go down why I think it's going to not be who you think it is, even though everything is saying it might be that guy.
Well, yeah, you know, the video came out a little scary there. The person speaking English and Spanish. You can see the hands. There, you know, there's some big, fat, you know, hog hands or whatever. So when I saw the hands and I saw the arm, first thing that came to mind was Matanza, which is, if you follow Lucha Underground for the years that they were an all-rate channel, you remember that Cesar Duran had a different alias at that time before he fled LA and moved into MLW. So, you know, he went to a witness protection program and got his name changed. So, you know, we will mention that the other guy's name just in case. You know, we'll keep that a secret because the paperwork is sealed for that. But at that time, he had a key. He had a monster locked up. For a while, we didn't know who it was, and then we found out it was the brother. And then his name was Matanza, and this dude was just destroying anything in sight. Put in front of him, he will destroy. Back then. Now we fast forward, I want to say 5 years now since Lucha Underground.
It might be more. I mean, that's before COVID.
Okay, so maybe more than 5 years.
Yeah, because remember, it ended before COVID.
Before COVID, so we're 2025. Yeah, so 5 years now, probably 4 going on 5 years since Lucha Underground went under, unfortunately. And the voice said that it's somebody coming back for revenge for things that he did to him. That right there tells me things that he did to him is definitely Matanza or someone who he maybe had killed back then in Lucha Underground, because, you know, people that got killed, they come back from the dead doing the burials and stuff from Lucha Underground. So it could be somebody that died and has been resurrected and is coming back for revenge. I can't think of anybody's names, but I know he killed a few. So, you know.
I'm actually going to Google.
I know there was one guy called, Ocho or something like that. Maybe not. Then I remember the other guy, and I forgot his name, and I can't believe it because we interviewed him. He was our first ever interview that we did when we started the Bodega Wrestling podcast, and I forgot his name, and I can't believe it. So,
man.
I mean, he has a hit list. You know, people that he did dirty in Mexico, Venezuela, if he went there, Chile, Peru, Panama, you know. I don't know if he went there, but I'm throwing out different Latino country, Hispanic countries. El Salvador, yeah, Brazil maybe, you know, so Chile. So, you know, maybe somebody from the Virgin Islands. There's a bunch of different Virgin Islands. Hey, maybe somebody from Cuba. Who knows? I'll be upset if it's
I'm on
somebody
Wikipedia.
in LW. What you found out?
Okay. No, I was looking for the list and it just keeps sending me all over the place.
Okay.
I hate Google when you transfer here, go there. What I will say right now, I do like them.
I'll be upset if it's somebody from MLW. So
it can't. See, this is where I'm. All right, this is where I wanted to go with it because
I'll be very upset.
Like, all right, so with the style of how they did things, it's only two types of individuals that do this. One, it's either the mafia, right? Because supposedly they don't go after your wife and kids, but you got to make a point. You do what you got to do to make a point. And the cartel, right? So if I'm gonna take your kid, I don't really care about taking the baby daddy. Like that to me was light. When you put the kid involved where the kid is missing and all of a sudden it's in a room, and that to me screams out cartel mob shit. And there's no one on the MLW roster that feels anything like that. They specifically made it somebody from the past. I like the Matazza thing. I think he could definitely be in play. I tried to remember the guy we did the interview with. I can't. We should take that on, throw it on here as a throwback interview. But real shit though, like if you sit back and I go, all right, it cannot be, and we said this before, it can't be Eric Bischoff. That's not his wheelhouse. It's not how he gets down. So, I mean, yeah, you see a contract thing, but there's no tough guy in that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's none of that OD extra shit. This, to me, has to be somebody from Lucha Underground, and it has to be somebody in a play. Now, are they finally, which we've been saying for years, going to go into that, I would say Lucha Underground, Azteca Underground thing, and finally put the wheels in motion to actually give us something Azteca Underground? Because right now, the MLW product feels very CMLL heavy with a sprinkle of some American wrestlers in it, right? So there's no real identity for MLW at the moment. Azteca Underground could play the fucking perfect thing between Mexico and America, right? Because Azteca Underground, we know, has the luchadors and all that, the everything. They've been bringing in for a while. Lucha Underground had a bunch of even Americans in mask. You had was it Gringo Logo wore the mask and everything? I think it was. Who was the one that was with Ivelisse?
That was oh God, I just saw his name on my head. Hold on.
He was in MLW a little while.
Yeah. The son of something.
Yes, that guy. And he was in MLW for a little while. He did his thing.
Yeah, and then we had the mask, and then they had the Great Puma, who used to be Ricochet. You had a Swerve that used to be
Swerve.
Oh, he was the same name for the mask guy.
I think it was Swerve, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Swerve.
I just remember there was
Ricochet was under also a mask. I mean, the Ricochet was under a mask. AR5 was also under a mask, because that was when they were doing the guys in the army fighting each other, and Duke came back.
Yes.
Crazy feud that one was. So they had, like you said, they had a couple of Americans on their masks that were cool as hell.
So if MLW does this smart, you keep the best of both worlds, and I think that
wasn't he called the Son of Havoc?
So yes, the Son of Havoc. Now, and I know his real name was Matt something.
Yeah, because then he was dressing out the mask.
Yeah. But at this point, I'm like, I don't want it to be a low-end Lucha Underground guy. I don't even know who's left, right? Like, I don't know contracts and where people are, but this has to be somebody from there. And presentation, they can't just give us a little something. They've been doing this backstage shit with De La Renta and El Jefe for a few months now. You literally in the same show have her when she wasn't with the baby yet, and then have her without the baby, right? Like, so I like it. I like what they're doing.
The first backstage, she looked like she was still pregnant.
Yeah.
And then the second one, when they were looking at the thumb thing, she had the baby already. You could tell she already had the baby on the second one.
So, listen, I'm more gung ho for it. I do think it might be Matanza, but I think it has to be somebody else because isn't he locked up with New Japan? Like locked in with New Japan?
Well, yeah, Matanza?
Yeah.
New Japan. Oh, the guy's name was Matt Cross.
There's enough guys. Matt Cross, thank you. Now, I don't think Matt Cross is locked in, right, with anybody?
No, I haven't seen that dude since he was doing lucha,
MLW.
MLW. I don't even know where he is, to be honest with you. I haven't heard his name in a while.
I mean, and like it can't be the Psycho Clown guy because he was with El Jefe when they were doing the Azteca thing in Mexico. He was part of that. He fought Richard Holiday in like that prison thing. So he represented for him. Yeah. There's a lot of guys who I'm curious. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? The next show has to give us a visual of who this guy is, right? Like, because, all right, we've seen the teaser. Now we need somebody. But then what do you do after that, right? This is the big question of MLW has to hit this out the park because you've teased it, it has to work. But then when it works, what comes out of it, right? Because we need El Jefe to be around. El Jefe's been killing it. He, I mean, look at the crowd reaction to when Del Miexa won the title.
Yes.
The crowd went nuts, and he came out like, "No, this is our champion."
Yeah,
he brings eyes in.
I was gonna say the crazy thing was that they actually had 2,400 fans there that night.
Yeah.
So I mean,
were they sold out, and then they added 40 or something like that?
It's like a couple more seats, just for I guess people were walking up to, and I guess that's like the first show after the Von Erichs, because they were down in Dallas, and that's Von Erich country right there. So they did more without them than with them at that same location before. So that they should tell you something right there. Like right now, the Mexican wrestlers, the CMLL, the guys, if you're tired of it, like some of us are, because sometimes I do get tired of it, but it looks as it's going to be here for a long time, or for because it's making MLW money. Mystical stuff is number one. Yeah, mystical stuff is number one seller for MLW right now. So I don't know how, if they're dividing that money up, because he's a Mexican wrestler for a different company, does MLW gets a kind of cut since he's in the States, stuff like that. So because I'll be upset if he's making money and we're not getting something out of it, and he's in our show. You know what I'm saying?
But this is where I'm at with it, right? Like, okay, like you said, and I agree with you. Am I tired of it? Yeah, because a lot of times you're not putting the right guys into me, right? Like, I want to see the triple threat guys. Like, those three dudes went crazy, right? That was a fucking match. You're going to give me something. Give me guys that are in their youth or primes where it's not super old fogies and shit. But now, I'm telling you right now, let's just say they kind of give a new bad guy that he burned the bridge because you're not going to use the Lucha Underground thing, right? Yo, dude, you got 6 million luchadors that have been coming in for the last 2-3 years. Make a stable. Put one guy who actually knows how to talk. I don't know which one of them. Make them all badasses and fucking go at Azteca Underground. Or fucking take this guy, because obviously, listen, you did this for a reason, right? Salina de la Renta is a threat, and this is where we got to go with this, because if you're new to MLW, you live under a rock, I don't fucking know what to tell you except Salina de la Renta, everything she touches fucking turns to gold. Not being facetious or trying to act all goofy, but look at her resume. Everyone she's been aligned with has won championship gold. Doesn't matter if it's tag, heavyweight, middleweight, She had what's her name? Janai Kai, who won the featherweight when she was with Promotions Dorado. So that's her talent before she went to Contra Unit. So she got gold there too. El Jefe, he's a threat. So you got to make a mark. How do you do that? I take something from you, which now is her baby daddy, right? Like homeboy was told, you got to go handle that. He put his fucking super cool gold Azteca mask on and he disappeared. You know what that means? His ass is right, because it's a statement. You're not getting him back. You got your kid back. You don't get this one back. This is how this shit works. I'm not trying to be on some narco shit, but listen, and that what we're watching, that's what happens.
You're trying to build some narco shit.
But bro, you telling me that that's not the feel?
Oh yeah, man. You know, when you do something like that, you're peddling into that type of life. You know, so now you is it fiction or is it real? And we know real life. We've heard lots of stories of stuff like that. That's still, you know, Netflix been doing stuff, TV shows and movies and stuff like that. You know, what was that lady's name? The last show they did with the lady on Netflix. On Netflix.
With
that was a big
Griselda Blanco with
yes, yeah.
Griselda Blanco.
Ladies.
Yeah.
So that, you know,
that's real though. That's real.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, you know, now you burn the lines between, you know, reality and fantasy. So you do something like this. This happens in real life, but you put it in here in our storyline. So if people know it's going to happen to the dude. But as fantasy, you know, once they clear everything out, he'll come back out. He'll be back free.
Oh,
yeah, you know.
Listen, I mean, it's wrestling, right? Like, this is why when I put the post on Urban Wrestling Network on Instagram, I literally said, yo, we got to have fun with this, right? If you're not trying to have fun, you're being all stuffy and whatever, like, it's corny to me. I like doing these because it makes us have fun. We get to have some fun and throw our own crazy ideas into the mix. But hear me out. Yes, this guy's obviously, listen, he's fucking hanging out, probably doing the videos with them, holding the camera. Like, this guy's been at MLW before. He was her, like, at that point, he was just kind of like a lackey to De La Renta, right? Anything she wanted him to do, he did. Yeah. And it's cool. It's her legit baby daddy. And for storyline purposes, not only does she get her mom in, but now the baby daddy comes back. He gets the cool lucha mask, right? Like, he's part of the... Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Like, and this is where when we say we like doing this for the culture, right? Like, let me take a real step into this. So, in the culture, what we like to say about a lot of people don't put our own culture on that are in a position to do that, right? So she puts her mom on. Now, I don't know the mom's social media. I know you do. I'm sure that some MLW fans have got really excited, found the mom, liked her stuff because it's MLW. They have a big following. And now all of a sudden she gets her social media up. The baby daddy, he's got to have some kind of social media. They're going to fuck with him because now he's there. She's putting everyone around him.
We don't even know his name. We don't even know his name.
Baby daddy number one.
Jesus. Number one. Baby daddy number
one. Uno.
The only one.
Numero uno. He's baby daddy number one. I mean, I'm not going to call him Big Papi. Like,
oh, no, that's already taken by Danny. Danny's Big Papi.
Well, yeah. All right. So it's Salina De La Renta's hubby. How about that?
Yes.
Okay. So good. Her hubby gets grabbed up. I don't know if they're married, but her hubby gets grabbed up. Now we're sitting back saying, oh, shit just got serious. Now, in that line of work, it's an eye for an eye, right? You took something of mine, I got to take something of yours. So whoever this person is, which I do believe it's Matanza, but I hope it's a CMLL crew. I want to see a cartel faction come in and do what they do.
But, I mean, if it is Matanza, which is Jeff Cobb, I mean, he's going to have some kind of permission to be able to do that in MLW. since he is in in New Japan Wrestling. So
I went off track. You know who I wanted to say? What if it's King Muertes?
dude, that'd be awesome because he's definitely not with anybody, and he wrestles a lot in Puerto Rico. So that'd be awesome if it is. I didn't even think of him either. I did not even think of King Muertes.
That was the name that I was going to throw at you in the beginning, but we got, you know how we do shit. We get sidetracked.
I did not think of King Muertes, bro. The old messiahs, King Muertes. So yeah, I did not even think of King Muertes. That'll be the. I mean, look now, thinking of the hands, that definitely could be him, because he spoke good Spanish. English is Spanish, man, and he can come back with the one girl that used to be with him, and I forgot her name.
Kalani.
Yes, but what was her
Perez?
name?
Kalani Perez.
But what was her name on MLW? That part I remember. I took pictures of her and stuff like that, but I can't remember her name now. But that'd be awesome because then they could start their own stable, which I thought they were going to do that before, and then they disappeared. We haven't seen them since. And I want to say that was pre-COVID. That was around. I think was it pre-COVID or just starting after COVID? I think. Yeah, yes.
After COVID.
Yes, because it was the first show they had in Philly, and I took all the kids with me, my nephews with me. So yeah, it was the first show, and then we saw her for like one more month, and that was it. We never saw them again. So.
What's crazy? I'm awesome. Just getting Carly Perez.
Yeah, Carly. But yeah, I don't remember her name on the show though. Oh yeah, Carly. That'd be awesome.
She used Leilani?
Huh?
I would love to have her back. She might have been Leilani. I don't know, because that's her middle name.
Yeah. But yeah, that'd be awesome, man. I didn't even think of Mil Muertos, man. I think you hit the nail on the head with that one. That'd be some shit if it is him. Because I did not even think about him.
That was the name I wanted to go with the whole time. Because when you said Matanz, I was like, nah, that makes sense because of the whole thing. But then we had King Muertes for a little while, and then he kind of just disappeared, right? And I was like, King Muertes is a big dude. Like, homeboy's hands is huge. So I was like, my detective shit was going off.
And I remember the one time where she went into Cesar's office and she got caught. And they were looking for a key.
Yeah.
And she had some kind of key or whatever. And then a month later, they did something again. And then, whoop, no one's seen them again since that time. So maybe they came back to get their revenge. That'd be awesome, man. That'd be some shit.
It'd be perfect timing because he's aligned with De La Renta now. So... Yes. Now it makes it even more personal. I took your daughter's, her significant other. I didn't go after you. I went after your loved ones.
So a point with Cardi. So yeah, man, who the hell knows, man? I was gonna say some other bullshit outside of MLW, but that made so much sense. I don't even want to even think of anything else anymore. Because if
hold on, we got a few seconds.
Well, I was gonna say, it'd be awesome if it was something from out of LLW, maybe, hopefully that we all keep saying, work with the N.W.A, work with, there's only left but the N.W.A and MLW. So, you already have AEW doing their stuff, you have TNA doing their stuff with WWE, and the only two left are MLW, N.W.A, just floating in this little island trying to see if they're going to stay relevant. So now imagine if they say, something, let's put our resources together and start, slowly doing something. But I don't see it because it's two different type of wrestlings. One is more traditional, one is more now focused more on the luchadores than anything else. So
yeah.
But you never know. So I was going to say something like EC3 with that little group that he's trying to do with when they jump
They
Thomas
got like
Latimer.
the X things or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's like way out of left field with that one. So, but King Muertes makes so much 1,000% sense that it just screams right now. Like,
I actually get some praise today.
yeah,
I
you
get
do
some
it.
praise.
I'm actually surprised. 2025 is a good year so far for Chuck. His brain is actually working.
I shot my shot for 2025.
Yeah. On the 15th of January, the dude goes out with one of his best ideas ever. Like, I can't even lie about this, or I can't even make anything up against it because it just makes so much sense. Like, this is like this, they cannot mess this up. If they go anywhere else with anybody else, they'll mess it up. But
Yeah.
this is like perfectly aligned on the plate. Like here, this is the perfect one right here. So, Chef, I give you kudos, bro. I wish there was a little button to give you a high five and thing, but I don't know what happened to those buttons. They used to be.
Listen, if we were in prison, we give the window back.
Yeah.
So, listen, I'm excited for this. I know you're excited for this. Hopefully next. No, when is it? It's
Well, the taping is the 23rd. The taping is the 23rd, and then the next show is the 8th. It's on a Saturday.
23rd.
The 23rd.
Right, so we could definitely do.
Which sucks.
23rd we could definitely do. The 8th might be a little tough depending on what time.
The 23rd falls on a Thursday. So I know you work early the next day. So it all depends on what time the show goes.
Yeah, if it does 9, I can rough one day. If it's at 10 o'clock, I'm not trying to get an hour or two of sleep and I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, give me at least 3 hours and I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah, at least the one in February 8th is on a Saturday, so that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. So I messed up by not saying like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple, whatever, or YouTube, if you want to come look at our handsome faces.
Radio, baby.
Yes, sir. If you're listening to us, Urban Wrestling Network on YouTube, therefore you can come watch us. It is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, for myself, this man here, we out of here. Deuces.